All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to share my screen with you all. And so hopefully that will pop up in just a second. All right, so hopefully you guys can see this. You should be able to see the Meet the Teacher slide. And I'm going to present it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So this slide I'm going to put on your child's Google Classroom, and that way you'll be able to come back and you'll be able to look at any of this that I'm going over later on, and it'll be up there all year long. So anytime you need to come back and look at it, it'll be there for you. And when you're looking at it, anytime that you go to a new page, you'll see a little home button down here in the corner, and you can just click that and it'll take you right back to this slide. And what's really cool is that if you click on the little button, it'll take you straight to that slide. So, and you can see all of the things that we'll talk about this morning. But if I click on the little hello from your teacher, it'll take me straight there, which is really cool. And then if I want to go back to that slide, then I just click the little house and it'll take me right back. So I'm Miss Bale. I'm so excited. I know I already said that, but I am super excited for first grade. I think first grade is the best grade. It is my 11th year teaching. I cannot believe it. 11 years. It feels like it's flown by. And this is my 5th year at Schaffner. I taught at Mill Creek Elementary before that. And I actually went to Schaffner myself when I was little. I went there when I was in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. So if you're walking down the hall and you see the pictures on the wall, I'm on one of those pictures. My 5th grade Miss Bale is up there. So that's just a little bit about me. These are just some things that I really like. I love the beach, going there with my friends. And of course, I love my family. That's my dad and my mom and my brother. And then I love, and you will definitely learn this, I love Disney. I love Disney World. So you'll probably hear me talk about a lot of Disney stuff. So if you like Disney, that is awesome. If you don't, hopefully I'm going to win you over and you'll like Disney before you go to 2nd grade. All right. And then these are just some of my favorite things. So I like Kentucky. If you like Louisville, that's okay. But I like Kentucky. I love Mexican food. So you got me eating all these tacos over here. And sweet tea. And of course, Target. I could spend hours there. So these are just some of my favorite things, just to get to know me a little bit better. All right, so let's get into a lot of the important things. So you kiddos, I'm going to talk to the adults for a few minutes, but in just a minute, I'm going to show you some cool things that you're going to be able to do in our virtual classrooms. I'll show you that in just a second. So we are going to have lab meetings. These are totally optional. So you all do not have to come to these every day. If you can make it one day a week, that's great. If you can't make it at all, that's fine too. I will record them and make them available to all of the kiddos that if you weren't able to come, then you'll be able to watch them later. But every day, Monday through Thursday, from 11:30 to 12, we'll do a lab meeting. This is not going to be any kind of like lesson or anything like that. All of those will be recorded, and I'll show you where those are in just a minute. This is just going to be a chance for us to kind of get to know each other and kind of have some fun. We'll do some learning for sure, and we'll do read alouds and number talks, and we'll learn what those are soon, but it's going to be a lot more community building things because we know it's so important for everybody to get to know each other. So this will hopefully be really fun. It'll be through Google Meet. And so if you come back to this slide, you can click right here on this flower and it'll take you just like you got on this morning to Google Meet. And then I know that this morning, the code that we used was Miss Bale's Firsties. And that worked for this morning, but I'm actually changing it just as a heads up to Bale Firsties for the rest of the year. We'll just use that same code. It's just a little bit, I think a little bit more simple. So that'll be the new code from moving on after today. And then here is a little link if you are not sure how to access Google Meet, although it looks like you probably know how to do that since you're on here. But if you need a refresher, you can just click right here and it'll take you to that how-to video. Most days, it'll be from 11:30 to 12, Monday through Thursday, but there might be a few days that it changes, but I will try to give you plenty of notice if it does change with the time or the dates. So hopefully that'll be really fun for the kiddos to look forward to. I know I'm really looking forward to this because we didn't do this in the spring. I did do some lab meetings, but it wasn't every day. So I'm really looking forward to it. So hopefully they will too. All right. So here's what I think is the most fun part. So our Google Classroom, and I'm going to show you what this is going to look like. I'm going to go in and show you in just a second, but this is not where they're going to turn in assignments. This is really just more for fun, but it'll also include, and again, I'll show you in just a second, but it'll also include like important links or anything that you might need in those announcements. So let me show you. I listed here what's in there, but I think it'd be better just to show you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and it's going to take me to Google Classroom. So once you sign in with your child's email with Google, and if you click over here on the waffle, and then you find where it says Classroom, that's where I am right now. So I clicked on Classroom, and this is where it took me. Yours will look similar to this. Obviously, you won't have this one over here, but you'll have this one where it says Miss Bale's first grade, and you'll click on that. And so this is our Google Classroom. This is, again, not where we're doing assignments or lessons. It's really just more for fun. And then I've also, you can see here that I've linked kind of important things that you can have to come back to if you need it at any point, because this will be up all year long. So you can kind of see that I've put some things here. We're going to talk about Seesaw in just a second. Here's a link to, our lab meetings, just like what you did this morning. But in case you need to have that link, it's right there. And I put our class code there too for our meetings. And then this Meet the Teacher presentation that I'm using right now is right here, so you can come back and access it anytime you need to. There is some special area information here. So there's a video that they made, kind of a welcome back to school video. So I know all of our returning kiddos from Schaffner will probably be excited to see the special area teachers, and even our new kiddos. I know you'll be excited to get to meet them. And then there's a little slideshow presentation that they put together with links to their special areas. So you can check that out when you would like to, or whenever you have a chance. And then we also, the first grade team is trying to put together a lot of like how-to videos, just in case you're not sure how to access something. So I will make sure to put any new how-to videos that we make down here in this announcement, so you can access those kind of in one place. So let me scroll back up, because there was something that I want to make sure that I show you guys, and especially the kiddos, because this is going to be, I think, pretty fun. So what I clicked on was our virtual classroom. So it's going to have a main page when you get on there. There's a place for the parents. We called it the parent lounge, and I'll show you that in a second. Then we have the student zone. So that's going to be all of our virtual classrooms. And then every day your kiddo will want to check in. So let me kind of show you what that looks like first, and then I'll go back to the other two parts and show you what it looks like. So I clicked on daily check-in, and we'll come back to this in just a second. But if you notice up at the top, there's just a daily check-in. So each day we want to make sure that the kiddos check in. That way I can count them present that day. If they don't, or I don't get any work from them that day, or I don't hear from them that day, then I would have to count them absent. So this is just a way for them to make sure that they're present every day, even if they don't necessarily turn in any work that day. As long as they've checked in, then we're good. So you would just click on this, and it'll take you straight to the little check-in. And it's really just a chance for them to kind of tell me how they're feeling. So all you kiddos out there, you can tell me how you're feeling that day by clicking on the little emoji, and then you can let me know if there's anything that you need or any questions, and then you'll just click submit. And then that'll be where I see that you're present that day. Okay. So let me X out of that. So we'll go over all of this stuff in just a minute, but that's where you can get to the daily check-in. So let's go back to our virtual classroom. So that's the daily check-in over here. Let me show you the student zone. So all you kiddos, here's what you guys I think are really going to like. You're going to click on student zone, and then it's going to take you to our virtual classroom. And there's actually several virtual classrooms. There is this main one where there's different books that you can read. So like if I wanted to read the book All Are Welcome, I would just click on that, and it's going to take me straight to somebody reading. Sometimes it might be me, sometimes it might be somebody else, but you can listen to a book being read to you, which is really cool. So those are all right here on the bookshelf. There's one over here, first grade jitters. And then we have things up here like our phonics dance that we're going to learn, and you can click on it and it'll take you to a video for the phonics dance. And if you click over here, it'll show you how to use Seesaw too. So you can access Seesaw through this little link. So there's lots of stuff for you to click on, but if you click on it, it should take you straight to whatever it is that you're going to, whether it's a video or actually this down here is going to take you to another part of your virtual classroom. So you can kind of go to the math corner if you wanted to, the reading nook, the writing station, whatever you guys want to go to. So let me, and then just like in the other document that I was showing you, anytime that you want to go back to that main page, you just click the home right here. So you're going to click home and it'll take you back to that main page. And then I can go back into the student zone. And then if I go to a different page, like say I click here and I want to go back to, I don't necessarily want to go back to that main page where it had the buttons on there, but I want to go back to the main classroom, then I would just click this picture and it'll take me back there. And that's on each of the slides. I know I'm giving you a lot of information, so please make sure that if you have any questions that you're writing those down so that I can email those, or you can email those to me and I can answer those for you because I want to make sure I do answer any questions that you have. All right, so let's check out the math corner. So here you have, it's just a math room. We'll talk about Math Seeds and Zern in just a second, but those, if you click on the Math Seeds on the iPad or Zern on the computer, it'll take you straight to those websites. And then if you click on some of these different charts, it'll take you to a video. So like if I wanted to watch a video about 3D shapes, then I could click on this and it'll take me to a video and a song, a really fun song about 3D shapes. So anything that you click on, it should be able to take you to something really cool. These are all like different math manipulatives. So like if I wanted to use some cubes, I could click on this and it's going to take me to something that'll let me use a little cube. It's really cool. So hopefully the kids will have, all you kiddos will have fun kind of checking this out. So then if I wanted to go back to that main page, I would just click the picture and then I could go back and click on that to take me to the reading nook. And then here we have like our little library. And I actually put little stuffed animals that when we go back to school, you'll actually see these stuffed animals in our classroom. So trying to make it look as much like our classroom as possible. So here it's the same thing. If you want to read a book, you just click on it and it'll take you to a video that'll read the story to you. So if you want to check out that, you can. And then if you want, you can just kind of click here to kind of keep going to the next. Well, actually, I take that back. Let's go back to here. So if I want to go to the writing station, I'm going to click on that. Now, this doesn't have a ton of, and actually, I don't know if there are any clickable links on here yet, but you can still check out the writing room. And then there eventually will be things that you can click on for the writing room. We just haven't done that yet because we just haven't gotten to that point yet. So let's go to the next slide. All right, so this room is probably my favorite room because you get to do some fun Go Noodle, fun get up and move videos. So if you feel like you've been working hard and you need a break, then you can come to our room here and it'll take you to all kinds of cool videos that you can get up and kind of move around and dance and do some fun things. I also put a link to the special area stuff here. So if you click on that, then it'll take you to special area stuff as well. So, and you can see Miss Bale's got some moves. I can't really do that in real life, but I wish I could. All right, and then let's go to the next slide. So this one is cool if you just feel like you're working so hard and you just need a minute to kind of cool down and have a moment to yourself, there's lots of links in this room that will take you to different videos and songs that can help you do that. So if you are working hard and then you go to our room here and you're moving around and then you need to calm down, then you can go to the next room and pick one of these to help you kind of calm down and get ready to work again. So hopefully that is fun. And then I'm going to go back because that is all of the student stuff. So now let's go back to the home page and let's check out the parent lounge. So for all you parents and adults out there, this is going to be hopefully a really helpful spot for you guys. This is where we'll kind of put all of the important things, any links or anything that you might need. We're going to do a monthly newsletter, and so we'll have the link here on our little bulletin board for that. So you can click here and it'll take you to the newsletter. If you haven't had a chance to schedule a reading assessment yet for the beginning of the year assessments, you can click here and it'll take you there to sign up. And then here there's the Meet the Teacher, which is just the presentation that I'm showing you guys right now. So that'll be linked here as well. And then I'm going to show you a page in just a minute that lists all the different ways that you can contact me. And so that's here for you as well. And then any how-to videos we've linked here for you. If you need to meet with me for any reason, I did a Google Meet link right here. So you can click on that. And then it just kind of reminds you of our meeting code that we'll use. And then we do have a class Facebook page that I typically use a lot. And when school is normally in person, like it normally is, I will take lots of pictures and videos every day and every week. And I'll try to at least once a week post something so that you guys can kind of see what's going on in our classroom. Obviously, that's going to look a lot different right now. I might still post things that I see, helpful videos or things like that, but obviously I won't be posting any pictures or videos from the classroom for this first part of the year. But I still encourage you to click on this and it'll take you to Facebook if you have Facebook. And if you just click like on our page, then all of the stuff that I post will pop up on your newsfeed. And then here we have the calendar. So this is hopefully going to be really helpful too. So any important dates that we have going on or any important things that you need to know about, you'll be able to see in our calendar right here. And then I put another link here too to all of the special area information. So in case you need anything for that. So that is actually all of our virtual classrooms. So remember, the way I got to this was through Google Classroom. So let me exit out of that and show you one more time what that looks like. So if you remember, I clicked right here. Once I signed into Google Classroom, I clicked on Miss Bale's first grade class. And then this was the announcement that had the link to the virtual classroom. So then I just clicked on that and it took me to the virtual classroom. So remember, this is all just kind of for fun and for the parents to have that little lounge with lots of information that you can go back and look at and access anytime that you need to. All right, so let me go back to that. So that kind of shows you Google Classroom. So let's take a look at Seesaws. Now, Seesaw is where we're going to actually do the lessons and turn in assignments. Now, all of the lessons will be pre-recorded. So all of the lessons can be done on your own time. If I do need to meet with your child, then I will definitely let you know that. But most of the lessons will be recorded and you can do them on your own time. It's not going to be anything live that you have to be there at a certain time for. All the assignments will be due each Sunday at midnight. So we're trying to give you all week, even over the weekend, to complete assignments. So we'll post it on Monday morning at 8 o'clock, and then you'll have until Sunday at midnight to turn it in. So hopefully that gives you some flexibility with your all schedules, because I know everybody's schedules are different and everybody has a lot going on right now. Each week, and we'll take a look at what the assignments are, but there will be on Seesaw, there will be an assignment for math, guided reading, shared reading, writing, and phonics. So those 5 things. So let's take a look at, and then I put a link here too if you're not sure how to use Seesaw. Miss Palmer did a really good video of how to use Seesaw that you can check that out. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So we already talked about the check-in, but down here, this is what's going to be done weekly. So for math, you can see that there's going to be one lesson and activity on Seesaw that they'll do. And then there is a video of how Miss Dickinson did a really good job of showing how to access Zern, and that should be on the login sheet that I already sent you all with their information. And so they will get on Zern and do some lessons on there. The good thing is that Zern and then also Math Seeds that I'll tell you about in just a second, both of those are all independent. So once you get them logged in, it should be pretty independent and shouldn't require too much adult assistance. So that'll be hopefully helpful. But the lessons and stuff on Seesaw, you might kind of have to help them a little bit with, especially in the beginning. Now, I forgot, and I apologize, and I will update it and resend it to you all, but I forgot to put the one-time class code that they'll need for Zern when you go to log them in for the first time. So I put that on this presentation so you'll have that. So they'll ask you for the class code and you'll put that in and then you'll log in for the first time. But you shouldn't have to use the class code every time. So they'll do 3, or they're always welcome to do more lessons on Zern each week. And then they'll do 1 lesson on Math Seeds. And so you should have that login information as well. Now, Math Seeds and Reading Eggs, they just have the same login. So you can use and it's actually the same website too. You could go to readingeggs.com or mathseeds.com and it'll take you to the same place. And they'll use the same login for both of those. So those are just kind of some different ways and kind of fun ways for them to get some math in. So for reading, there'll be 2 reading lessons on Seesaw for them to do. One will be a guided reading lesson, which is more like learning how to read and talking about that. And then the other one will be more of like a shared reading lesson where we'll read a book and they'll do maybe a comprehension activity with it. So there'll be 2 reading assignments on Seesaw. And then Reading Eggs that I just talked about, which is the same thing as Math Seeds. It's the same website. They'll do 1 lesson on there each week. And then, of course, we encourage you guys to continue to have them read for at least 20 minutes each day. So they can obviously read books that they have at home. And there are lots of books on Epic, which is, again, on your login sheet. And they also will have access to Literacy Footprints, which is going to be a really cool website to have. We just haven't gotten all of the information yet from the district on how to access that, but I will definitely send that information to you as soon as we get it from the district. So they can use those for their reading for 20 minutes a day too. So that's for math and reading. And then writing, they will have 1 lesson or activity on Seesaw. And then phonics, it's the same thing. They'll have 1 lesson on Seesaw for that. So that'll be 5 lessons on Seesaw, and then just some other things like different websites like Zern and Math Seeds and Reading Eggs that they'll do each week. We already talked about over here oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. One more thing that I want to make sure I mention. All of this, the lessons will not start until September 8th. And that's so that the first couple of weeks we can do some kind of get to know you activities, which are so important, and kind of some more fun activities for them the first couple of weeks. And also so we can assess them and get all of those done. And then starting September 8th, we'll go into our lessons like we'll normally do. Over here to the right, we've already talked about the live sessions. Those will be through Google Meet, and those will just kind of be more for fun. And we'll still do some math and reading, but it won't be any lessons that they have to be there for. And then down here at the bottom, we just put some additional practice if you feel like they've gotten everything done and you want them to do some more things. These are just some ideas of things that you can have them do. And the Mystery Doug website is free. It is so awesome. He does a really good job of answering some different science questions. So I think your kiddos would probably really enjoy that. So hopefully that all made sense. Again, if there's any questions, please make sure you write them down and let me know, and I'll be happy to answer any questions about their assignments and what they're going to do each week. So let's go to The grading. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Okay, so grading. I'm not going to go too in depth with this because there is a video right here that you can click on that'll help explain it a little bit more. But we use a number system to kind of correlate with EP, GP, SP, and LP. And so obviously you can see a 4 is an EP and so on. And we'll make sure to put on the assignments when they turn them in, we'll make sure to put what their score was. So you'll see really clearly whether it was a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1. And then this little button down here, if you see this on your child's work, that just means that we want them to make sure that they go back and look at it again. So like back in the spring, there were some times that I would have a kiddo turn in something and they just maybe forgot to do one part of it. So I would send it back to them and then they would complete that part and then send it back to me. But if your child does something and I feel like they just need to kind of look at it again and like really think about it and maybe like, you know, redo some things, then I'll put that button on there and they can look at it again and turn it back in. So, and hopefully that's helpful too to you guys so that, you know, they're getting a chance to really look at their work and make sure that it's right and make sure that they're learning. So that's the most important thing. So that's the grading. Again, make sure you look at that video if you have any questions about grading. And then after that, please let me know if you have any more questions. And then the last thing is my contacts. So I'll have office hours Monday through Friday, and you can see the times there, 10 to 11 and then 3 to 3:30. That does not mean that that is the only time that I'm available to you guys. I will certainly try to make myself available to you all at other times, but those are just the times that I am guaranteed that I will be available to email if you need to email, if you need to do a Google Meet, if you want me to help show you something or you need to talk to me about something, I will definitely be available during those times. Just please make sure that if you do want to Google Meet with me, that you let me know in advance. So it's not like you would just hop on and I would be there. You would need to let me know in advance and then we would schedule a time to meet during those times. But again, I can meet outside of those times. Those are just a guaranteed time that I would be available. I put another link to our Facebook page here because that's another way that you could contact me. Of course, through Google Meet, we can do that. And then my email, of course, is always available. But the best way to reach me is through the CNXT app. So if you haven't had a chance to download that app and sign up for it, then I definitely would do that. That would probably be the best way to reach me. So let me come out of this. All right, and go back to you guys. Oh, it's good to see you. When I'm presenting, I don't get to see faces, so I'm glad to see you guys. I know that was a whole lot, so please let me know if you guys have any questions. Please email them to me, and I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of what school's going to look like, even though I know it's going to look different. Hopefully it gives you an idea of what it's going to look like for the first few weeks. So give me a thumbs up if you're feeling excited. Okay, good. Me too. Me too. Good. I'm glad to see those thumbs up. Good. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. And again, please email me. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And all you kiddos, I will definitely see you hopefully soon. Okay. Sound good? All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day.